So this is a very short post. This post is going to encompass pests that want to nest and rest and the fact that it is hobosexual season. Please keep that in mind. That you do not have to allow anyone into your home. Do not allow anyone onto your couch. Do not give soup. Do not give your Wi-Fi password. The answer is no. No. All right. So this woman says, is this an easy no? If you are an adult female and have a professional job, would you ever date a guy who voluntarily chose a job that makes minimum wage and barely scrapes by? How much value do you put on each partner's financial status in your relationship? So that was what she originally said. And then she added this edit. This post isn't me looking for justification to date him. I actually politely rejected him for someone more stable, and I'm being called shallow and taking heat for it. So I'm just looking for a broad spectrum of opinions, and I'm open minded. You are not shallow. People need more than just love. That whole love and romance stuff, that was just some fairy tale BS to get women to accept mediocre or whatever, because love doesn't pay the cable bill. I mean, who has cable? Cable is really expensive. Sorry. Love doesn't pay the internet bill. We do have Wi-Fi. We stream these. Love doesn't pay for tacos. Love doesn't pay for comfy throw pillows and covers for the winter. Love doesn't pay for house shoes. Love doesn't pay for your phone bill. So no, no, you're not shallow, and you should definitely seek to be with somebody that is financially stable. Let's get into the comments. This is where women are sharing their experiences. This may be where you see a little bit of yourself and things that you have done in the past. Can also be where you share some of your experiences so women know that they should zig versus zag and they can avoid some of this stuff. Candy Cookie Cake says, I have, and he tried to manipulate me into becoming his sugar mama. The same has happened with an unemployed man. If they're over 30 and okay with their low or no income lifestyle, that's super rad. But my experience makes me believe that they're generally on the hobosexual spectrum, which is a big no for me. And this goes into the whole conversation that we've been having about these needs, these not in employment, education, or training. These men are going to look for a woman to attach to so that he can suck her time, energy, and resources. And so we need to be aware that these needs attach to somebody that is financially responsible so that they can suck them dry as a host and then move on to the next host. All right, so she says, edit for OP's edit. Next time when there's an incompatibility, just reject them in as few words as possible. I'm not interested, but I wish you the best. They don't need to know they were rejected for someone more stable or more compatible or more awesome in any way. Even if that's the truth, is reasonable and makes sense. In the conversation, if it's a text, block them. If it's in person, wish them a good day and physically leave the location. Sid Bard says, this is my fear of these dudes. The hobosexual stereotype exists for a reason. It's not a stereotype. It's a real phenomenon. I'm not this guy's mom. If mom wants to let him live off them forever, that's fine. That's not what I'm for. Hugh Cassidy says, ha, this happened to me. We went to tour a fancy golf course, which I have zero interest and could care less. The tour guide asked us how we intended to pay, and he pointed to me and said, I don't know, ask my sugar mama. At the time, I was more like a food stamp mama because I was a poor college student and I thought he just wanted to tour the place for fun. Absolute eye opener. Meanwhile, he was unemployed and had some business in the works. The OP responded to, thanks for your response. Clearly very popular. At first, I didn't say why, and he sent me pages of long, angry, emotional outbursts about it. So I calmly said why. That didn't go over well either. Ultimately, had to block and hope he'd never find a way to reach out again. Coriander Marble said, I dated a guy while I was doing my graduate degree who didn't yet have a college degree, though initially he told me he was working on it. He wasn't, in fact. He was a couple of years older than I was. We both worked full time. I was doing some marketing for an engineering company and he was making minimum wage. We got on pretty well at first, but eventually it got complicated. Anything I wanted to do, like going out to eat or going to a concert, meant I had to cover us both. He also didn't have a car and lived outside the city at the time, which meant I had to drive at least a half an hour to come see him. And in the end, I kept trying to encourage him to take on more classes, to finish his degree, or to get a different job in the city so we could be closer. But obviously, none of it had a positive impact on our relationship. It got toxic by the end of the year. I'm not in the dating scene anymore, but I don't think I'd repeat that experience if I was again. I'm sorry, experience again if I was. I can get loud too. This is the woman that originally tagged me. She says, this has been my experience as well. In theory, I don't care, but I don't make enough money to support another person. And it gets challenging when you want to do things they can't afford. Corey and the Marble says, yep, that's it. You summed it up perfectly. And then I can get loud too says, I wish men could wrap their heads around this instead of telling us that we're gold diggers, but it seems like most of them lack ambition. And then Relatable Mola Mola says, I wouldn't. Nothing against the guy, and it wouldn't mean he can never find someone, but it would indicate a fundamental mismatch in worldviews for me. To me, life is expensive, and it's only getting more expensive. We live in a country where one medical emergency can wreck your entire life. Most people don't like working, and sometimes I don't either, but I sure do like stability. I've built my own, and I wouldn't attach myself to someone who isn't motivated to build too. I don't care if he's rich, but I do care that he had a sense of direction and a practical and realistic and self sufficient view of life. And then the OP says this, I couldn't have said it better myself. Now it's time for you guys to weigh in, or you ladies to weigh in, I'm sorry. Weigh in. I think I know where most of us will be because you're in my network. But what do you have to say to, is this an easy no about dating someone who is financially unstable? I know we just need to hammer home that we are not allowing pests that want to nest and rest into our homes. Just say no to hobosexual season. Absolutely not. Do not give them a room. Do not let them sit on your couch with your comfy throw pillows and nice comfy cover. Absolutely not. Do not give them your Wi-Fi password. Do not let them use your car while you are at work. Absolutely not. Do not allow them to attach to you to suck your time, energy, and resources from you. They need to find a different host, hopefully, or just expire if they cannot find the motivation to go out and live life. All right, y'all. Join the conversation. Let me know what you think about all of this. And don't forget to like, comment, and share.